Finally, the wait is finally over. The search for a home for top-ranked boxers Bob Arum, at 94 years old, after finishing up a deal, not being re-signed by ESPN, an 8-year-long deal, finishing it up back in July of 2025. The last fight of that deal, Xander Zayas going up against George Garcia for the vacant WBO junior middleweight title. That was literally Xander Zayas winning his first world title. Was the end of top-ranking ESPN. Since then, it's almost been about a year. They're looking for a home, but wasn't able to find one. Things were starting to look a little iffy. I'm sure fighters are starting to get a little worried, even though Top Rank and Bob Arum was doing an absolutely fantastic job of keeping their fighters active. You know, you had Raymond Morataya go up against Andy Cruz. That was on DAZN. You had a lot of fighters, Keyshawn Davis, a lot of fighters who have been fighting on DAZN. Teofimo Lopez, been a very, very active fighter. Emmanuel Navarrete just fought on DAZN. Emmanuel Navarrete, the unified junior lightweight champion of the world. This is fantastic news. Bob Arum has landed a multi-year deal, 2-year deal, to be able to put 8 to 12 marquee annual fights on DAZN with a licensing fee of only $1 million to $1.25 million. This is great news. They're not getting as much money and as many slots as they were with ESPN. That's a fact. But this is still great, great news for Bob Arum. You're not forced to put Xander Zayas, you know, a unification fight against Abbas Barral on the goddamn Top Rank Classics TV channel anymore. DAZN is the home for Top Rank, which is fantastic, fantastic news. If you're a fan of the sport and you want to see fights happen, crossover fights, or we could say, you know, co-promotion, cross-promotion fights can finally happen. Jerome Boutenis, a fighter who's under Matchroom Boxing, fights on DAZN. Xander Zayas, now a fighter who fights for Top Rank and fights on DAZN. There's a lot of things that could come out of this that could end up fantastic. Especially for the list of fighters that I'm about to list to you right now. All these guys. Emmanuel Navarrete, who's a junior unified lightweight champion of the world. Sammy Contreras, a lightweight prospect. Scooter Davis, lightweight prospect. Middleweight, Yuri Sedano. Jan Santana, featherweight. Juanita Lopez de Jesus, IBF featherweight champion of the world. Angelo Leo, IBF lightweight world champion of the world. Raymond Morataya, heavyweight contender. Richard Torres Jr., welterweight phenom Rohan Polanco, junior bantamweight Steven Navarro, welterweight contender Tiger Johnson, junior welterweight Lindolfo Delgado, middleweight Jahai Tucker, junior middleweight Giovanni Santillan, Emiliano Vargas, junior welterweight prospect Bruce Shushu Carrington, the WBC featherweight champion of the world. Brian Norman Jr., former WBO welterweight champion of the world. Abdullah Mason, the reigning WBO lightweight champion of the world. Heavyweight contender Jared Anderson, WBO featherweight champion Rafael Espinoza, former WBO Ring Magazine champion Teofimo Lopez, WBC super middleweight champion Christian Mabili, Janabek Alim Halala, drug test Madonian cheat. Hey, Oshiki Foster, WBC junior lightweight champion of the world. Robson Consejo, Keyshawn Davis, former WBO lightweight champion of the world. And Xander Zayas, WBO, WBA unified junior middleweight champion of the world. This is absolutely fantastic news, my people. Bob Arum getting it done. Just like that. Boom. And finally, I'll tell you why this is good news too if you're a fan. Because It gets kind of complicated when you have boxing on a bunch of different platforms, right? You have Golden Boy Promotions, Matchroom Boxing, and Queensberry, and now Top Rank, all on the Zone. So if you're already paying for that DAZN subscription, guess what? Get ready for 8 to 10 annual marquee fights that is going to be put on the Zone, my people. Every single person got a home now. PBC is on Amazon Prime. I know. I think they're running out at the end of 2026. This is going to be the last year, but we're going to see what happens with that. Golden Boy Promotions, Queensberry, Matchroom, all these guys, and Top Rank, all on the Zone. This is starting to become fantastic, man. This is great for the sport of boxing. Bob Arum, congratulations, man. Congratulations. At 94 years old, we got to do nothing but give this man respect. I believe he's probably the longest running promotional company still open right now. You know, older than Matchroom Boxing, older than Queensberry, older than PBC. These guys were involved in fights where fighters were like guys like George Foreman, Muhammad Ali. They go way back. This is fantastic news, man. No more searching for a home. Top Rank. And I think, you know, Josh Kelly was trying to use the argument with Xander Zayas, saying you guys don't have a TV platform, you don't have a streaming network. Even though Xander Zayas told him, I got a date, location, and a streaming platform, but in Puerto Rico. That ain't a problem no more when it comes to negotiations. Both of them can fight on the Zone now. It's set. It's set, bro. So many fights that can be made now without one less thing getting in the way. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel reporting to you. Absolutely breaking news. Top Rank just signed a 2-year multi-fight deal with the Zone. And great things could only come from this, man. Great things could only come from this. Let me know how you guys feel about this.